Hello everyone and welcome back to Baba Is You. Today we are jumping into the Deep Forest, the 5th world. If you missed the prior worlds, do be sure to check out the playlist in the card above or description below. And it looks like we have a new word here, a new adjective. Belt is shift. When I went over the belts, it kind of... Okay, let's go all the way back to the beginning level. If I do nothing, will the belt just carry me? Yes, it will. So the belt pushes me in a certain direction no matter what. Interesting. What if we make... Belt is... Oh, so wall is defeat, Kiki is you. The only real choice we have, besides, like... Okay, water is stop, is making the belts push, potentially. Which I guess means we can push these belts over here, and then... I mean, if the wall is not stop, we can push the belts underneath, right? And then with the belt underneath, we can make them shift again, so that they kind of, just push the walls out of the way. Okay, nice. Do that one more time. And then we can get out like this. Actually like that, never mind. Perfect. Nice and easy. Okay. Next up, and we have a whole other section open here. Should I go left or right first? Let's go right. Let's stay in this bottom area. I assume most of this is going to be belt and shifting mechanics. I assume bug is defeat. Bug is defeat. Belt is shift. Fungus has flag. Where's the fungus? There's the fungus in the top right. And fungus is melt, so we need to get the something to melt it. What is hot? Tree is hot, apparently. Yes? Yes. Okay. So tree is hot. We need to get the tree to the fungus, and tree is currently pull. I mean, can we not just kind of bring it through like this? What's stopping us? Ah, the fact that we can't actually maneuver it out of the way is what's stopping us. Got it. Oh, interesting though. Look at that. When I pulled the tree like this, it lets me go through the belt again, which feels important. That's kind of a wild thing to be able to do. Can I go through here? No. Okay, well I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's pull through here, and then we can theoretically potentially have the tree as pole stuff interact with this belt stuff over here. Specifically, we can make... There's room to the left of it to kind of make a more complete statement, like belt and tree or something like that as pole. What if we make the belt a tree? Is there a reason that we need the belt to be shift right now? Belt is tree. And then we can maneuver some stuff around here. Hedges stop. We can't really do much to stop that. Unfortunate. But then we can do some shenanigans. Ooh, actually, we can't really move words out of this area here. We kind of have to keep them there. There's no way to get them out unless we do some shenanigans with the belt, I think. Also, I'm going to go ahead. Someone left a comment saying that you can speed up the speed of Baba. Input, repeat delay. I mean, what if I just turn that all the way up? Is he faster? Is Kiki faster now? Let's go back to the settings. I think it might be other direction, maybe. Let's do it all the way this way. There we go. Now we're going like mega fast. Ooh, I like this. That's a very good speed to go. Okay, nice. Let's go ahead and get my guy Kiki. I'm going to turn down like just like 1 or 2 notches. There we go. That's very controllable. I want trees pull. What I think needs to happen is we need to have a way for... Let's say we put the tree like here. We need to find a way to get the belt in position by the tree so that the belt can then like move the tree into place, if that makes sense. I have an idea. What if, rather than making the belt shift, is there any way to make the belt pull instead? So that we can move the belt with the tree, or move the tree with the belt by pulling the belt around. Like, okay, we move this guy, then we move this, and the tree moves with it. And now we get to, well, shoot. How do we... Oh, no. How do we get the statement is pull? We can't really make the tree pull again from here. The is lost to the bugs over there. That's very unfortunate. Okay. Is there any way to maybe... Ooh, can I use this belt to do some shenanigans potentially? I don't think so. I can't imagine a way for the belt to like... to me to pull the belt into the bugs or whatever, right? Because I can't move it any further up. It's stuck on this axis at the most. Well, was there any way to make the tree pull again? I need to make the tree pull again. That is, like, the main thing here. Nothing is coming to mind. Is there any shenanigan I can pull with the belt in this area here once we have it in place? Can I, like, I don't know, pull it here? No, I'm stuck with it here, I think. Well, that's a darn shame. Unless there's some way for me to... I guess there is no real way for me to do something interesting. I mean, okay, reset. Let's go ahead and make... Is there any way to make both tree and belt pull at the same time? Or maybe even have the tree be shift, right? We do this, then we use the tree to escape this particular section. This feels like a clever little trick that the developer wants me to find, and therefore is a necessary part of the solution. We then have to find a way to get the tree onto the fungus. If tree is pulled, there's no way to get it onto the fungus, so we instead have to make the belt pull. I think. Belt is pull. Unless, of course, the belt becomes tree. Can we make the belt as tree? Would that be useful? Is that useful? No, that's not useful. Belt is shift now, though, which is interesting. But it lacks direction. Unlike the conveyor belt, there's no real directionality on the tree, I don't think. Oh, interesting. I can just use the is like this. What am I doing? I mean, I think I just discovered that. Okay, that makes total sense. Okay, cool. That's pretty good. That's pretty clever. We can just make the sentence over the bugs. Love my bugs. They're my best friends. Okay. Let's keep going with this bottom right area. Concrete goals. Belt is push. Belt is shift. So we can push the belt like this, and then wall stops being stop, which is good. And flag is... No. Flag is not win because flag is stop. Interesting. Okay, so there's not really a lot we need to explore with this stuff here. If we had made belt not push and just only shift, we would have been stuck in there with no way to interact with the flag, which is interesting. Do I have to, like, force Baba onto the belt or something? Like, set it up like this, and then just kind of make belt no longer push? Then do, like, this? And now we're just stuck? Okay, maybe not. Tree is also stop, but belt being push and shift lets us push the trees around. No, wall is no longer stop, that's why. I mean, okay, I'm trying to find, like, something to do with this information. We can't really mess with the trees. And the text is stop, maybe? If I make it no longer shift, can I push it under the text? No. I want to, like, push the text out from underneath the flag statement. Or I want to make I want to be able to make this is win attached to something else. And to do that, I think I need to make the belt go underneath the flag, which will then let it, like, be pushed out and do something. What if wall becomes shift? That's probably not, like, actually helpful, but, like, what are the ramifications of a wall is shift kind of lifestyle? So all the walls are positioned in arbitrary directions, it seems. Oh, but if we have two items that are shift, and one of them is a non-pushable item, what if... Okay. Resetting again, just so we can have, like, an actually, like, nice layout here. Let's go ahead and get everything in order. Okay, we're gonna make this our central is statement. Wall is shift, belt is also shift, And what the third is, we also make belt is push, which is like the most important part of this. How do I get back in there? Can I get back in here, please? Thank you. We'll go ahead and bring the stop out just in case. Belt is push. Okay, so we can push the belts around. Whoa, what was that? Why did they just keep like going into each other? That's wild. Okay, and then what if we, using this, now make wall push, and wall goes onto the belts and causes some kind of havoc. You know? Now wall was push, so we're gonna go ahead and push wall up here. That's wild. That's a weird contraction. What a weird event to happen. Wait, what? Can we have these two items like collide somehow and like overlap? That feels like an important way to achieve this. We kind of have two items overlap at the same time. And again, there's no way to force me onto the flag, right? I still don't really know what the win condition is. I'm pretty sure the win condition is like finding a way to disassemble this flag statement here. That feels like the important thing to get done. There's no reason to make flag belt or something, right? That just makes there be no win condition. Now, it is worth noting that they do let the flag hang out here. Wait a second. What if instead of trying to dismantle this, we use this to our advantage? We instead push the flag. What? What? Okay. So objects that are stop can still go over other objects if they're pushed onto them. Okay, fair enough. Got it. Moving floor. Kiki is... we have a bunch of rules to our right there. Bug is defeat. Hedge is stop. Belt is shift. Kiki is you. If I go through here... Oh no, I'm stuck in the hole! Ah! If I... What if I, push the flags through first? Yeah, if I push a flag in, right? Like this, then the flag will stop me from getting stuck, which is nice. Okay, I have some ideas. We're going to just use the words. Like, duh. Push this guy in. Then we're gonna, we're gonna push this guy in. No, that's not gonna quite work. Like this? No, we gotta have the flag. We need to have, okay. We need to have words exist on the other side of the hedge each time, because if they're not words, the flag as push sentence will get dismantled before I'm able to like get all of them across. We can only use the flag as pushing objects. So for example, here. And then we can use is and flag. No, the flag's too far gone at this point. Resetting, so we can try this again. This time with fervor. Flag is push. We're gonna use I think we might need to push flag as push down here, right? No matter what, we're gonna push the is over here. At least that feels correct to me. Let's push this is through. Let's push this push down, and then this last flag and is can hang out. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and realize this potential first, just in case that's relevant to our current conversation. No, what if we, ooh, I have an idea. Okay, so we do this. Flag is push. We get the flags out of here. Go, go, go. Then we're going to push this down. Push the win out. Then push the other two of these guys down here. Right? Maybe not with is. That feels tough. But like, you get the idea, right? We're able to make the sentence here still be a complete thought, and then we can push these other guys around using the flags. And boy, that sure covers one of our bases. I have a better idea. What if we use a flag here and use the other flag there, and it no longer matters if we have the flags handy because we don't need this guy to be active the entire time. We can just use the words for the other ones. Oh wait, that's definitely the solution. Yeah, no, that's much more intelligent than what I was doing. Oops. Got it. I thought for some reason like it was important to have the flag still be pushable at the end. I was clearly mistaken. Hello, Baba, and we're friends. I give Baba a big kiss. Okay, lock the door. Bug is push. Belt is shift. Okay, so we can go through here, no issue. What does love do? Love is defeat and win. So we want to get to love at the end. We're going to push, like, fungus or something. We're going to push fungus, which will then make it... Oh, we're going to go back to love, but no, fungus is defeat. Okay, got it. Bug is push and bug is bug. Belt is shift. We can't make the bug belt. Interesting. And there's only a few objects we can actually interact with here. What if we just make Baba shift? Like, seriously, what happens if we just make Baba shift? I go over here, yeah, look at this. I can just can I push the fungus somewhere? Text is float. Why am I not pushing the fungus? Is it because I'm not, like, facing the direction the fungus is not already going? Okay. When I go like this, the fungus gets shifted. Can I shift the love out? No, I can't. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm going to try getting the bug out. That seems relevant. That's not working either. I can't move the hedges. Can I move the word Baba? No. Oh, let's make the bug not push. That's why. If I can just shift it out like this. Shift it out. Bada bing, bada... Oh no, come on. This way, thank you. Shift is weird with Baba. It's kind of like push, but like you don't get stopped by the object. Which is weird. What a weird thing for it to be. What do we need the bug to do? What is the grand sacrifice that our bug can make for Baba? Yeah, what are we doing with the bug? What are we doing with the belt and the bug and all these things? Can I make Baba the bug? Can I make bug is you? No, there's no way to make the is you thing a different noun. I'm gonna move my words up here because that feels like a better place for them, high key. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fungus is love, or fungus is defeat, sorry. If Baba is shift, we're still gonna get, like, done for by it. That's still gonna be a problematic thing that gets in our way. So we're not gonna do that. We're instead, I don't see any reason to reset. All we've done is just move the bug out of containment, which I think feels like a very normal thing to do. Bug is push, belt is shift. The bug has no special qualities, and we can't turn the bug into a belt or the belt into a bug. The bugs have to be separate. The bugs and the belts have to be separate things. We can make both of them shift. Why would I want to do that? I honestly don't know. Let's try moving the bug around and see if we can come to any revelations about what this bug can do for our long-term health in this particular level. I can see. The bug gets stuck in the doorway and we can't do anything about it. Now love is defeat, and we're kind of in a pinch here, in a pickle. In a dill pickle. Okay, so then we need to... let's think. Again, is there any interesting stuff that can happen with like this? I mean, maybe there's some way to like automate it so that like, oh, the bug pushes the belt into... Wait a second. What if I make bug and belt shift, and then they both just kind of... Yeah, what if I make bug and belt shift? Like, will they just kind of shift on each other? That's okay. That's a weird way to ask the question. Let me rephrase. I'm gonna briefly make belt push. If they're both shift now, what do they do? They're both... What am I doing? Both are shift. I'm gonna have to restructure this entire thing to make a dramatic reveal for both of them at the same time. Oh! Interesting! I shouldn't have reset. I don't know why I did that. So what that means is that once I get the bug and the belt in the right place... Oh, come on. Stop being push, bug. You're so annoying. If I, for example, get the bug and the belt, like, here. Let's just do, like, one of these. Then I make both of them shift at the same time. Presumably right here before I enter, like, the dome. They'll, like, make a little like, they'll make, like, they will become a little choo-choo train and run into each other ad nauseum, and will eventually be able to push those words into the gap for me. As such. Interesting. That's a fun quirk, and I kind of knew that from the prior level. I should have been able to figure that out, to be honest. Crumbling floor. Okay, so we just did this one, and this one is now even more complicated than it was previously because there's one fewer object. That is a fun twist on the level. Okay. Let's go ahead and just use one of the flags here. And like that, and just see how far we can get using the rest of this particular scheme. Okay, I'm thinking now. Let's say we do, I don't know. Flag is pushed like this. Boom, you're stuck there. Is there any way to fish the is out of, like, that statement there and, like, kind of save it? I'm starting to develop some ideas, though. Okay, so we get two out of the three. There's no way to, like, get around this, right? Yeah, I don't really see a way to get around that. Reset. We can't get through there on our own, right? Nope, there's no way. Is there any interesting variation from last time? Bug is still defeat, Kiki is you, hedges stop. So then what? What if we do a funny little switcheroo? Like this, and then the flag is now basically stuck? Unless... Is there any point to, like... For example, just thinking out loud here. Oh, how would that work? No, I think they actually designed it exactly so that you can't really use the sentence to push the flag out of there at this point. Yeah, there's no point to doing that. Okay, let's go ahead and do the flag in here and a flag, like, there. Again, just to be safe. Get the win out here. And then, can I push the flag out? No, I can't. I can't find a way to, like... Is there any purpose to doing this? What are the mechanics here? the mechanics are not good because now we have a bunch of stuff that's like wall bound and we can't actually like use it effectively. What if we make a like vertical sentence like this or something? I'm just trying all my options here, you know? Okay. Ooh! I have something close to an idea. And I don't think it's gonna work, but what if... Okay. This is not how we're gonna do it, but just for demonstration. We push this guy here. We push this guy here. We then use some of these words to, like, push the flags in. For example, what if we use, I did that badly, let me do that again. Flag is push. Oh, interesting. If I do that on the exact same frame, then neither of them actually move, which is a bad thing, I think. Interesting, okay. I'm gonna move the flags in here again. This is definitely not the complete solution. I absolutely have to... I don't think there's a way for me to move the flags in first and still have the level be like a complete, coherent, like solvable thing, right? So instead, we are going to... Flag is push. No. I'm very reset happy today, I've noticed. Probably not a good thing, but hey. It's okay. I'm not gonna, like... complain to myself too much about it. Is there some way to make it so we don't have to do the bottom part? Is there any way to make like flag win or something? Oh my god. Wait! Wait a second. Yeah, what if we... Wait. Is that okay, sorry, I'm thinking now. No, there's no way to do that, right? There's no way to like... Yeah, that's stupid because there's no way to, for example, get flag as win here. You'd have to find a way to push out the win thing, then make like flag is in a sentence over here, which doesn't really work, I don't think. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Okay. Just for fun, let's see what happens if we prioritize the section to the right. If we find a way to push some flags in and... No, we need to use text for sure. Yeah, let's use text. This top section here, flag is push. Push this guy like this, then use the flag to push that guy in. Then, oh, what am I doing here? No, I'm doing this badly and dumbly. Yeah, that extra is in the original level does like a lot of heavy lifting here to like keep everything actually good. I am trying so hard to get that guy in position and it just did not work. Okay, what if I push this guy in place and then this guy in place, and then we're gonna go ahead and push... how do we do this actually? I want to push you in place. And then what? Uh-oh. Push you, and then push you. What does this do for me, actually? Not much, I imagine, right? Yeah, no. I'm not even sure how to get Kiki down the right-hand side without using the flags effectively. Because in the original level, you had, wait, can I just do like this? I don't know why I thought pushing it with the flag would be helpful. Weird. This bug is such a devious little guy because if not for him, we'd be able to, just for demonstration here, push a flag there, meander about with this guy here. Oh, well look at that. You get exactly 1 tick of the rule being active the moment you break it. That gives me a new idea. We push a flag here. Yeah, what if we do? What am I doing here, actually? Let me just see if something would actually work. Let me just test a little theory. Do some experimentation. This is a game about experimenting after all, right? Flag is push. Push the flag once, and the rule is broken. Then, if we can find a way to get the rest of it out of there, we're doing okay. I wonder. Wait. I've been approaching this wrong the whole time. We need to push the entire sentence of flag is push down here. We need to get the whole thing here. And we're gonna do that. Because, okay, like, look. If I push this like this, and then push this here. Okay, we're good. We did it. Okay, I've solved it. We put the flags here. We push this guy in. We get win out of here. And then, oh wait, I guess the elevators look different than they did in the original level. They look very different. We do this, and we push the is like this to get this guy out here. That's very clever. I like that a lot. Very nice. Congratulations. I appreciate the congratulations. Thank you very much for congratulating me. Nearly. Okay. Very small level. This is one of those introductory levels. Baba is swap. What does swap indicate? Okay, well okay, let me try a few things with this. Swap just means that you swap with a certain, like, item. So if I do swap here, then I can make Baba is win for a fancy win on this particular level, as opposed to just swapping with the sentence down there. But it also swaps with background objects, which is a very interesting thing to have happen. Not quite. Flag is swap. Flag is swap. Ooh, interesting. So we need to have the flag come down here and move into an object of some variety. How? Wait, no, this is tricky. This is actually, like, breaking my brain. I don't really get how to Sokoban with this. If I push you into this, Baba is still you. Okay. If I swap you again, the flag goes out like this. So then what? What if we just do flag is you, and then Baba is win? Okay, heard. I mean, that's a simple solution for this level, but I feel like there's going to get to be some very tricky no more swap. There's going to be some very tricky things to do with this very soon. We're going to go over to C, passing through. Okay, another smallish level. I'm used to much bigger levels nowadays. Okay, skull is move. There is no skull on the space yet, though. Kiki is swap, grass is defeat. So if we make Kiki... I hate it here. Oh man, I hate it here. Oh, what am I doing here? That is annoying. I try to move Kiki and no, it has to swap instead. Oh, what are we doing here? What do we... Oh. Okay, Kiki's move, and if it moves, it swaps with things, which is very funny and very haha. Look at this. Oh, the clever little Kiki. What if we just make Kiki skull? What if you make Kiki a skull, which I think should be a little bit easier to work with. Skull has no, like, predefined traits to it. Skull is push. Let's push him into a place we want. Skull is move. What are we doing here? Yeah, what are we doing here? I don't even know how to approach this level. This one's confusing me. Okay, let's make Skull Kiki again. Let's get some shenanigans going. Skull is Kiki. We have a little Kiki Meister here. That's so annoying. You have to use the skull to push Kiki into a certain direction, and only then will Kiki move in the direction you want. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, I have an idea. Rather than... Okay. Kiki is move, and then we make Kiki skull. We make the skull move. It moves over here. We're going to make it push so we can push it back in place. Then we're going to go ahead and make Kiki the skull again, or the skull Kiki again. Now Kiki's facing the right direction. Kiki will be move. Why do you want Kiki to move? Well, because it'll now push into the grass again, and we can have the grass move out of the way fully. Nice. Okay, swap is going to piss me off. This mechanic... Oh, we cleared the area. Nice. This mechanic is not intuitive. At least not to me. What is that area? That's like a crater. What's in the crater? Huh, interesting. Salvage. Text flag is win and pull. Text is not win, so we can't make text win. Probably a fair thing to put on there. Text is wild. Giving us the word for text is big for this one. Text is not win. Okay, just had to try. Skull is defeat. Oh no! Flag is win. So then what are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing here? Text... I guess we can make text pull. It's really the only thing we can do right now. Text and flag is pull. Why do we need these things to be pull? I get why we need them to be pull. Here's why. Okay, we need them to be pull because we need to have all these guys come out here, push it out, and then use that to fish out swap. That is a fun first step, I will concede. Swap. What if we make text swap? Right? What if we have the text swap so we're able to, I don't know, push it... Ooh, this is annoying. What if we make... Oh, come on. Text is, okay, out of here. We do one of these, so we can pull the text around and then swap with it in certain places. I wonder what happens if we just put some text over a skull and then now it's swap. And then we can pull it to more effectively swap? Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and push it out like... Oh, whoa. Wait, I just stacked 2 words. Wait, I have a whole new thread I want to try here. If I stack these 2 words... Better yet, I'm gonna go ahead and swap Yeah, what okay, doesn't really matter. Let's do these words. If I make a text is statement, will it apply to both? But text is pull now. That's wild! Wait, that's crazy! That's such a cool, that's so cool! That's so cool! That's so cool! What? That's so cool! Ha! I don't think it's useful right now. At least I don't think that's what the point of this level is, but like, that's so cool. Dang. Okay. Okay. Sorry, that's wild. I'm just losing my mind over here. Okay. I'm starting to see how we're gonna do this level, by the way. The goal of the level is not to escape the skulls. I need to reset because I screwed up something with all that. We're gonna do text is pull here and do this whole thing again here. Text and flag is pull. We need to make a long enough statement that we can then fish out the flag there. Let's see how far we can get with our current like max length. I'm stupid. I had to make text pull for longer so I could get the swap guy out. Thank you. Do this. Do this. Do this. I'm very glad I made my guy move faster now. Okay, how far am I? Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. We're so close. What if we, just for fun, grab some of these background objects first? Just thrown out there. I feel like that might be relevant to things in a second here. Grab you. Can we pull the background object? No, we can't. Okay, got it. Well, how about we make it text is pull. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make all this stuff no longer true. Text is pull. Let's pull win and swap out from the edges. And then rather than making a text and flag as pull, which will be important, I think, what if you make text is pull and swap? Right? That could be relevant. I hate navigating pull and I hate navigating swap so much. I find both of them to be very... Oh, my... Oh, come on. I find both of them to be very annoying to navigate, let's say. Let's just construct the back half of the sentence first. Text is pull and swap. What if we just go ahead and get, like, flag? I am gonna go ahead and finish the sentence first. How far does this... No, I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. We had to find a way to get all the way out there with what we currently have. Our guys just aren't long enough right now. I think it's actually better if they're like non-sentence stuff. If I push it all the way there, then we have a future. Yeah. Well, I need to... Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I want to... Okay, ugh. This is a smidgen frustrating. How do I get... Is this D? This is D. Salvage. Okay, let's go ahead and redo this from the top. I'm just trying to think of the mechanics of how this works, again, because That's usually helpful to me. Kind of redoing things and like looking at the mechanics of things again is always like a little handy. Text is pull. Okay, nice. How far do we have to go to make this work? Okay, great. Great, nice. So then what? I'm just looking now. I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing here. Okay. We need to obviously fish out the flag using the text. I don't really see a way for us to escape the skull barrier. We have just too few words to do it. If we can find any way to like extend the word's reach or something, then we can do it. What are some of the mechanics of having text is swap? What does this do for us? Can the text swap? Can the text swap with the skulls? I assume not. That would kind of defeat the whole point, right? But if we make the text here, let's try making the text pull and swap and see what happens. Pop in, then we do this, and no, nothing like happens. I'm gonna go ahead and try one more time with them out here instead. And no. Oh! Well, that's handy. If we just do that twice, then we're good. Yeah, wait, no, that's so easy, actually. Wait, is that really it? Well, I thought there was some sort of, like, elaborate, like, fancy shenanigan involving, like, oh, I need to make the flag win, sorry. Let me get... That's so annoying. Okay. I just have to not get excited here. Flag is win. Perfect. Okay, cool. I almost thought I got stuck there for a second, but it's fine. Insulation. This is the last level of the set. This should be a real doozy in the swap mechanics discussion. Kiki is up? What does up mean? What does up mean? It just means I get oriented up, or Kiki gets oriented up. Interesting. Wall is hot versus wall is stop. Does everything melt? Baba and Texas melt. Kiki, notably, is not. We can push Kiki out with no issue. Kiki be free. Or not. So we can get Kiki past the wall by using a piece of text. We notably can't get Kiki past the other wall because a piece of text will melt as soon as it touches the wall, and it'll only get Kiki that far, which is not good enough. So then what? What do we do with our guy Kiki here? Skull is skull, and move and swap. So we can turn Kiki into a skull at a later date. For example, like this. Is move, it's no longer swap. And now what? And now what's the important thing to do here? Because as soon as the skull... Okay, I'm trying to think of some things I can do here. Why is it important that the wall becomes stop? What does that do for us? So the skull is trapped in there. Very nice. Very, very exciting. We can make the skull up at some point for reasons as of yet undeclared. Yeah, Kiki is skull. It immediately does all this. Skull is up. Or Kiki is up. No. Oh, interesting. If we do this, then how do we make this guy up? We can't make skull as up. Wait, okay, so if we make Kiki skull, then we're locked out of making... Ooh. Interesting, interesting, interesting. What is the purpose of the other Kiki / skull? I mean, beyond just making swap like an impossible thing, right? I feel like I gotta just find a way to make... Oops, sorry, did not mean to hit the mic there. Find a way to make a Kiki swap around a wall twice. That's gotta be the thing I'm doing here. I genuinely cannot imagine, with all the evidence I've looked at so far, any other reasonable outcome to this, like, situation. Wall is stopped now. Hope you're happy. That's bad. We need wall to be hot so that we can push text in like this and then get some new sentences going. Kiki is skull. Kiki... Okay, I do feel like no matter what, our first operation has to be doing some shenanigans with, like, all of this. Specifically getting... Okay, Kiki is push. You can move like this. We need, the word skull there. We do this so that the word is gets pulled out. And we can make skull is up a brand new reality. Make it an important part of a balanced breakfast. When and where and why would we need skull to be up? What is the purpose of having skull be up? Is it, potentially, having skull come over here, then bounce between these words, stop it, then maybe we push wall onto it, undo, no. I don't see an interaction with wall that is helpful. It just bounces off and then gets stuck in the wall. Curious. Okay, let's find a different place for skull to be up then. Skull can be up around around flag, around is, around other things. I mean, we can make skull up next to the word Kiki, which would allow this to happen. We could just destroy Kiki for some reason. What that reason is or should be, I simply don't know. I simply don't know. I simply don't know. I could... And once skull is up, it doesn't stop being up as soon as, like, it lets it go down again, which is nice. Which is good. It's good if you ask me. I don't know if you asked me or not, but if you did, it's good. Okay, I'm gonna pull on the thread down here of doing some shenanigans here. Though then again, this area is so big, and if they wanted me to focus on, like, this small area down here as, like, part of the solution, you'd think they make it like a bigger focus of the level. They make it a small level where they're like, yep, you need to find a way to crack into this section here. That's not it. That's simply not it. We're going to, once again, push this guy here. No, we need Kiki to be here, actually. Then we push the word skull like this. Is gets moved into the place we want it to be, and then skull can be up somehow, some way. Why do we need skull to be up? What is the quintessential purpose of having skull be up? Ooh! Interesting. Did not mean to do that. Is that interesting? I don't think it actually is. Now that I look at it, it's not interesting. It's worth mentioning again that I can, theoretically, do some fun stuff with this, or I have skull kind of meander through these words here, and then... What? Why would it do that? I mean, I get why it would do that, but like, why would I want it to do that? Interesting. Okay. Why would I want it to do these things? I could save those words from being pushed around, but then literally who cares at that point? But also, if we do that, then there's no point in making skull up later because, like, skull's already up, you know? There's no reason to save the word Kiki, right? Maybe we should find a way to make skull push, actually. No, but there's no way to get Kiki as skull without destroying the word push. We can't make skull push because in order to do that, we wouldn't be able to make Kiki as skull. I think. We could destroy the word is, but at that point we're kind of donezo. Skull does this. Skull exists, I guess. Wait a second. I'm starting to have some weirdo ideas. No, that wouldn't work because we can't... Okay, I was going to do some stuff down here, but in the 3 moves that the skull gets while it's still swap, I wouldn't be able to move down there and like get anything done. Because I'd be all the way over here making skull or Kiki into the skull in the first place. I mean, okay. I feel like we just need to find a way to get like one wall swapped. Like, not even one wall, but like just swap some wall in the exact right way and we'll like get things going like gravy, you know? I really, really, really want what would be the best thing in the whole wide world for pretty old me would be if we could have Kiki go left to right in this wall, not Kiki, skull go left to right in this wall while skull is still swap. I cannot imagine a way to do that. So, we'll have to settle for something else. Is it possible? Ooh! I have a weird idea. I have a very weird idea. What if I swap, like, Baba into the wall? Like, okay, let me rephrase. I have an idea. Ooh, okay. I'm thinking. I've got a theory. If we can get Kiki there, then they'll move once, twice, thrice. And we're able to get Baba. Yeah, if we make Kiki is up right now, we're able to get Kiki. Let me do this somewhere else. Let's do it here. Right near where all the swapping is going to happen. This goes here. Kiki is up. Get this out of here. Then we're going to go over here. What I want to happen is I want to have Swole. Right, no, the wall is hot. Okay, wait. But this, I think, might work. I think this might work. Because we can make the wall no longer hot. We can make the wall stop. And if we make the wall stop, he'll end up... Yes, because in the episode, in level Walls of Gold, we were able to move Baba out of a wall like that. Like if wall was stopped, we're still able to do that. Wait, no, that actually worked. That's crazy. Okay. I was coming up with all sorts of wild shenanigans. A lot of it probably got cut because they all went nowhere, but like that's a much simpler solution than I was honestly expecting. I also have spent way too long in this part of the world already. I think we're going to make the other half of Deep Forest a part 2 this time. I apologize for all of y'all who wanted to see me do the entire thing in this one go, but that was a lot for me. I hope you enjoyed regardless. If you did, do be sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a tremendous amount. If you enjoyed the game, check it out in the description below. And until next time, enjoy yourself.